finally finished. JC and Mr. Mills. It's actually one of the battles I really wanted to see, because to my favorite, I got different favorites when it comes to battle rappers, right? I'm gonna say the people. If I were to get in the battle rap, if I were to rap, the two people I'd want to rap like the most is JC and Big K. They have the best, my favorite styles. So I was extremely interested in seeing the Big K versus Show Off. Also, I do like Show Off. And I was interested in seeing JC versus Mr. Mills. I do like Mr. Mills too. I always thought JC and Mr. Mills was similar because they both have like a preaching style. Difference is Mr. Mills still hits you with quick punches and JC sort of like builds, right? And but they both come with substance in a sense. Whereas JC, he more so comes with concept. Like there's people who do, there's when it comes to pen, there's a lot of wordplay. A lot of people who do wordplay. JC plays with concepts. You feel me? Like when you really think of JC's pen, it's different. It's probably the most different pen out there. He warps concepts when he plays. He does not just do wordplay. And Mr. Mills, Mr. Mills is a little more direct. They both have a preaching style, but I think as far as their content, it's still a little different. Because Mr. Mills, he has the bars, he has the pen, but he talks to you. Whereas JC more so does the gun bars, but with more conceptual play. I don't know. I'm gonna break down JC's style soon enough. I'm gonna have a video on pens and everything like that. Oh, trust me, I am so ready to finally do this. Probably tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, to break down the battle, first JC goes. JC, he starts slow. JC, a lot of times JC be starting slow in battles. But he started slow here, but he was dropping, his lyricism, sort of setting the tone of the battle. I think the only battle on RBE where JC came out the gate just shooting, though he did do that in the Big Cannon battle too. He was really good. I still felt they sort of slept on his first round in that battle. But when he battled Cyborg, he came out the gate. I don't know. I haven't seen JC really as aggressive again since then. I think JC's just getting more and more intricate with his bars, but the way he rapped against Cyborg was just amazing. Here started out a little slow, but still has some great bars. Mr. Mills comes, and I think I wouldn't say clearly, maybe a 10-8. He came and he was bam, 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 hitting them, using a lot of JC flips, the Jesus flips and all this stuff, and he was really getting at JC. Now, as far as intricacy, I still see JC, his bars may have been more intricate, but remember, when it comes to battle rap, it's not just about how lyrical you are, it's about the performance you put on. Mr. Mills put on a better performance than JC round 1, so Mr. Mills got that. Round 2 to me was actually debatable. Now, a lot of people probably say Mr. Mills got it, but JC came back with haymakers. You know what I'm saying? He started as slow. He had his punches. Then he had his haymakers. And JC, his performance relies on his delivery and how crazy his bar is, but how he can deliver it as well. I felt he delivered his bars very well round 2. That was a fire round from JC. Got a lot of people reacting. You got Daylight in the background. Daylight was reacting throughout the whole battle, man. That nigga silly. Mr. Mills comes, and he pretty much does the same thing. He's talking to JC while also hitting him with the quick punches and all that stuff. And his round, to me, matched JC. He had a solid performance. I'd have to see it again. But a lot of people may say Mr. Mills. Me, I can't tell, man. I'm going to lean towards Mr. Mills just off the strength that his was the second one. He did get a little more reaction, I think. And what he said might have been a little more effective. And that's what I was afraid of. I predicted JC 2-1, but the one thing I was afraid of was that JC is very indirect. He's gonna talk to you to a degree, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of it's gonna be about how you're not on his level. But he's not really gonna bring out personal. He's not really gonna attack you. He's mainly just gonna do what he does. It's just like Big K. Maybe that's why I like him. But that's what happens. Well, Mr. Mills sort of talks to you. So, and usually when someone talks to you and it's very personal and direct, it hits harder. So it's a battle. You know, you battling the person in front of you. So Mr. Mill might have actually got that second round. Third round, which I sort of didn't fully get. Mr. Mill sacrificed his third round to sort of do similar to what Daylight did. Talk to the people about the shooting that's been going on. I respect that. But he literally, I think he actually just forgot what else he was going to say, because he cut his round short and that was it. He literally sacrificed the third round. And I think he was freestyling some of it too. So I'm not really sure if he didn't come with a third. If he did, it would have been dope because JC had a fire third. You know what I'm saying? So if he came light that third round, he would have lost it anyway. So because he came with his angle and it was short, JC smoked him that third round. But he said some real shit. Again, I gotta address it. Talked about killings that's been going out, that's been going down around the world, and just the bullshit, man. Not even around the world, I'm sorry. Going on around America. Is really late right now, I'm sorry, and I'm a little sick. But he addressed that situation. I respected it. I usually feel like if you gotta talk, I don't know. I feel like if you gotta address it, do address it in the beginning of your round, but get back to it, because you're here, you know, you're paid to battle your opponent. So if you want to address it. Just like with Daylight, address it, but then get back to battling your opponent, because that's why you're here. But regardless, I got either way 2-1 actually to me. It all comes down to the second round. And however you guys see it on cam. On cam, you're going to really be able to break down the bars. Lyrically, it's just hard. It's just hard to match JC lyrically. JC was more lyrically intricate, but Mr. Mills was probably more effective with what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see bar for bar. It's definitely a bar fest. Real good battle. Shout out to both of them. I don't know, man. I gotta see JC back on URL. I don't know what JC's doing. Apparently he said something about they ain't getting them the right battle or whatever that he wants. Regardless, I really think I just seen an interview with Av who said he wants to battle him. I don't think JC should battle Av coming into the URL. JC has a problem with big stages because of how he raps, how intricate he is. Too bad JC isn't. I mean, like before, he didn't really have that much of a problem with big stages. When he battled Charlie Clips, when he battled Rosenberg Raw in Detroit, his delivery was different. He's gotten so intricate that he can't fully, except when he battled Born, that was different. But he can't fully be appreciated on a big platform. So hopefully he could change his delivery up like Chilla did so he could do it. But Av would just be too crazy to come back to battle. He should definitely battle somebody else. I'll probably discuss that later because I can't really think of who he should battle. And as for Mr. Mills, I can't really think of who she should battle either. He should battle a lyrical guy next. You know, somebody lyrical. Maybe he could get an O-Rad or something. I don't know. But he definitely got to work his way up. Mr. Mills should try some other leagues too. Unless RBE is like the only league that's really, you know what I'm saying? He's probably trying to build his brand there. So I'm not sure. I'll try to figure that out later. Alright, man. JC, Mr. Mills. 2-1 either way. I'll edge it to Mr. Mills.